came from the booty. But let's go ahead, you know what I'm saying, and also get into the spiciness of what was going on here. So when she had this spill, right? What became apparent was the fact that she is lip syncing, and she's not. I mean, I'm not sure who thought that she would be singing while dancing. I mean, is that a thing that people do? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I thought that if you're doing a high level performance like that you would not be able to like dance and sing at the same time. So I don't really blame him, but I ain't gonna lie, man. It's just like all this shit. I feel like in a lot of different ways, like Kendrick really got SZA out here, because in my heart of hearts, it just something just tells me, I don't know. You know what I'm saying, maybe I'm being a light skin hater, maybe it's the light skinness in me, pause. But I just get a strong feeling that she don't want to do this tour. Matter of fact, like SZA, you know what? New conspiracy theory. SZA does not want to do this tour. SZA has not even had enough time to get in shape for the tour. That's how you know that she did not plan on going on tour this year. If she knew that she was gonna have to go on tour next year and whatnot, fam, she would have dropped that weight. Because you gotta drop weight for the tour, because you gotta move around a lot. You gotta get in shape to go on tour. You know what I mean? Because you gotta perform, you move, this all this different shit. You know what I mean? And SZA is too much of a veteran in the game to be making such a blunder. But I ain't gonna lie, as a black man, I love thickness so much that evenness, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. And I'm glad she didn't get hurt, nothing like that, or twist the ankle, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But also too, I think I be forgetting that SZA is like a grown ass woman. Like SZA is not like she's not a kid. This is a grown woman. When I was younger, like when I was in my 20s and whatnot, like a woman, when I was like 18, 19, 20, a woman that was like 35, you know what I mean, is grown. SZA's like 35. If I'm 38 this year, SZA's like 35. You know what I'm saying? Which again, I'm not saying you're like an old woman, but like, yeah, you're up there in age now. Like, you see, like, she getting into that grown woman, because she was always thick. You know what I mean? Then she got that BBL, and she did all kinds of magic. I did not understand how much SZA's face changed until I saw the pre-surgery pictures. I'm like, yo, you really had like man work done. I did not realize that she had a nose job. She did that shit covertly. It was some Mandela effect. Matter of fact, maybe that SZA is from a different. It's like she from a different universe. Who we looking at now could be the clone of SZA. But anyway, I don't think she wanted to be there. But what was people saying online? Let me go ahead and open this drawing up. Let's see, it said, and that's what I was worried about. She's always lazy and lying. This is your first stadium tour. At least get people their money's worth. Like, these are the tweets, right? I'm sorry, I gotta read it from my phone. Somebody writes a mess. Someone else wrote, she'll be out of breath. Her fat ass just because you lipo doesn't mean you healthy. Damn. And someone else said she cannot sing live at all. She's a studio artist. I will never see her live. Love her music though. I can't say that. There's a few performances online where I feel like I've really enjoyed her live vocals. Like I always say, like I have such a complicated relationship with that first album. Well, the first the Control album, because I felt like that was the peak of what she can do, right? But of course, like when I hear them with new ears, because at that time I wasn't in control of my life. I wasn't the man in the house. I wasn't winning. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't nowhere near where I am now. I wasn't nowhere near just with everything. I mean, so when you don't have shit going on, undesirable. Matter of fact, you relate more to undesirable women. You relate more to broken women, and you find broken women to be appealing because you feel like, ah, well, she's broken, so she's going to think that I'm so stable or I'm good for her and whatnot, and you don't understand that with her being broken again, she's in bizarro world. Everything is backwards. Your good qualities are not attractive. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, again, I feel like SZA's music and what she represents and whatnot, and I don't think she's a bad person, nothing like that. But like it's like she represents like in the feminist propaganda, the kind of talking and thinking that basically turns girls into cat ladies. Because again, women can't stay young forever. You only have one window of time where like dating and meeting people is gonna make a lot of sense. Not that you can't meet people, but also meeting people is again, it's like getting a good job. You're not gonna run into a bunch of opportunities to get actually get hired at a good job. It's gonna also let you work there until retirement. That's what good relationships are like because they can last a lifetime. So anyway, nasty work, man. Gotta stop lying. I ain't gonna lie though. I love seeing her give. I love when she gain weight. I love seeing Solid gain some weight. you are you shitting me? Oh man, where my sound effects at, man? I ain't got my sound effects going. You know where shoot. Niggas always gotta show it. All right, let's see what else we got, man. I think I had some more clips. So we had one more drawing over here, man. We pull this drawing up real quick. Where it is, where it is. It's on the screen. So right now we gonna be continuing to cover this Kendrick Lamar tour, this whole goddamn travesty. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about this set list stuff. So shout out to Kev Talks. So his caption reads, wait, let me get this straight. You telling me about a good 30 to 35% of this show of two different artists I might add. And mind you, the most sought after parts of the set list are in some shape or form about Champagne Poppy. So let me count the ways. Please join me for a second. So Kendrick Lamar starts to show off on his Crybaby anthem, whacked out murals about Drake and no one supporting him getting the Super Bowl, which he wouldn't have gotten without Drake. That is a key fucking point. I was talking to my boy about this earlier about how an artist and their ego and their stubbornness and their lack of discernment will keep them from becoming great because they won't get the proper support and help. One of the things that kept Kendrick from becoming a better artist was not doing more records with Drake. Future, The Weeknd, everyone who consistently does music with Drake, their music got better and they got better as an artist. 21 Savage. 21 Savage is still here. 21 Savage is very much a part of that wave of artists that like are kind of whack, but good at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But 21 Savage even upped this game. Lil Baby, all these different people. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Future, The Weeknd. After doing songs with Drake, all them people, they blew up and they all developed musically. Right? But before he even met Drake, that man already had the vendetta because he goes through what all artists go through, which is the girls you love, the women you love, the women around you liking the artist more than you, or basically seeing them as a legit artist and just seeing you as yourself. They don't see you know that they don't see you the same way they see the guy that's on TV or on the radio. So again, Kendrick's verse on "Buried Alive" is very much about how much he was hating on Drake when they first met. Because he was upset about like not upset, but he was jealous of the fact that they were the same age, right? And they were doing the same thing, and he was much more successful. But what it was always about, and I'm going to make this point about niggas that make the kind of music that Kendrick make and Nas makes and shit like that, is that I have to ask, what's more difficult? Creating a moment that can last forever, or creating records that can last forever that people really enjoy, or just having songs that are creative for the sake of being creative, or weird for the sake of being weird. And what it really is that you don't make good songs. Like not again, I like Nas as a rapper, and I'm talking about overall. I'm not saying not all Nas music is terrible, but like it's not the same standard. When you heard a Hove album or a Hove record, you're looking for him to give you one of them joints. And yes, you have an expectation for Nas, but it's not the same thing. If Nas gives you something that's good, you know how to appreciate it. Whereas with a whole, we're looking for like it has to be. We're looking for a better song than last time, or we're looking for you to elevate from last time. That's always the expectation when you hear a whole album. You're looking for him to elevate in some kind of way, and for the most part, he does. It may be in small ways and whatnot, but for the most part, he does. But anyway, um, Get back to this post right here. But it's crazy how people who defend Kendrick completely overlook the fact that Drake has made so many people successful. Actually, Kendrick arguably is only on tour right now, but his tour is only has the relevancy that it has because he's talking about Drake. And not only that, like I said before, one of the reasons why the black community has to really jump on this shit and really not champion this shit is because we're basically putting ourselves further into bizarro world where we're letting something that's not good become a positive. As men, this ain't respectable. You supposed to get shit on your own. If you a goat, the last thing you should want anyone to think is that I'm stressing out or I'm obsessed or I'm focused on this guy. One of the reasons why he felt comfortable doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? So like he had a whole set list about Drake. All right, he's performing the diss songs in his set. This is supposed to be a huge artist. Why are you performing diss records in your set? And not only that, he's performing not like us. He has to do that song 5 times, back to back to back to back. This is how a new nigga moves. And it proves you a little nigga. Cause that's what a little nigga would do. This is what a new artist would do some shit like, try to milk a diss record. Cause this is a tactic that new artists use when they're trying to get hot. It's one of the reasons why, you don't respond to niggas when they diss you. You know what I'm saying? Hove will go through it a lot until he realized that I'm making this guy hot if I respond to his diss record. He was a nigga that taught y'all that. He taught y'all that too. But also, most artists can't resist throwing shots back if they feel as though they're being dissed. But anywho, that shit is crazy. So SZA is performing Rich Baby Daddy, and Kendrick is performing Poetic Justice at this joint. I mean, actually, I think the sound is on. Hold on. Poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you get a flat room in a dark room, trust me. And we know what's really ironic is the fact that all these people who's supposed to be on the opposite side of this beef with Drake and whatnot, with Rick Ross, all these different people, they all, when they're doing the show, they have to perform songs that they did with him. Because those are the songs that people want to hear. Yet, people will be in my damn comment section telling me Drake's career is over, Drake doesn't matter, Drake is just a thief. I'm like, my nigga, one of the most American things we have it so good in America, right? That even when someone is great, actually, you know what? I want to make it in America. You know what? I'm sorry. Hatred and the abuse of black men is American culture. How about that one? How you like that one? You know what? I'm not playing enough sounds. I'm sorry. My bad. Sorry about that. My bad.
Little ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja.